And it's, boy, oh boy, maybe I should enjoy the train a lot more because I'm glad I wasn't in Times Square today. That was
rest in peace to that 18-year-old.
That was crazy.
Would you call her girl at 18 or woman?
Yeah, either one. Yeah, from Michigan, Portage, Michigan.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, jeez Louise. And I guess it was just an accident, I guess, is what they're saying, or is it on purpose? I don't know.
No. This guy had a history of a veteran with a history of issues.
Yeah. Cognitive issues.
DWIs.
Oh, really?
And decided he was going to go the wrong way. Oh, I shouldn't say decided, wrong word. Ended up going the wrong way down a one-way. And,
wow.
But, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
They can't be a cop every 5 feet.
That's right.
To quote the Assistant Commissioner, Patrick Ryder, people sometimes have cognitive issues.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think. Chris, I know real fast, and I'll let somebody else get on. You rail about my pension. Do you know if you're an elected official in Nassau County, you've only got to serve 5 years.
That's right.
And you get lifetime medical, plus you get dental, and you get optical.
Yeah.
Hi, Norma.
So you want to come after me for my 30 years?
Oh, I want to...
You want to come after me for my 30 years?
Well, there are certain people who are waiting until their 55th birthday because to resign. So they're just thinking about that. When a certain person turns 55 in these parts, that's when you know when they're resigning.
Yeah, I mean,
in fact, you might see that name on the bus.
Yeah, no, it's just like I said. It's it was a union meeting that I brought up, and it was like, holy moly. 5 years of service, and you can go down to Florida and live like a king with lifetime medical.
Yeah.
And your spouse also.
And your spouse, exactly. That's the important thing, your spouse as well.
And if they keep in charge, maybe the kids too.
Yeah. Well, they'll get the kid a job.
Yeah, keep the kid under 26.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
all right, I'll talk to you.
All right, see you, Dave.
Bye.
All right, there goes Dave from Franklin Square. We would love to hear from you. 516-572-7440. 516-572-7440. That's the number to call. Your two-way sports talk connection. Now, are you guys done? I know you were taking finals, Mark. Are you guys all done with school yet?
Done. So I was done a week ago. Yeah, a week and a half ago.
About a week. Last Monday? Or is it this Monday? I think it was this
I was done
Monday.
the 10th. I was done the 10th.
Is anyone taking summer classes?
I am.
I'm going to.
June, I'm taking online. July, I'll be on campus.
Oh, interesting. So you'll be taking summer classes?
Yeah, biology and karate.
Wow.
You're not taking up the usual...
so the karate, it's interesting. Is there a phys ed requirement? Or?
Yeah,
okay.
It's definitely a phys ed requirement. Because I'm not taking karate for the fun of it. Trust me.
Why? You should do... How many more gym credits you got to take?
This one, but I didn't want to do one a half and a half. So, and karate is the only 1 credit gym.
Sailing is 1 credit, too.
Where I took sailing. Sailing is easy,
Where do you go for sailing?
We go to...
Oyster Bay.
Yeah, Oyster Bay.
Really?
The waterfront center.
A bit of a drive.
Is that right?
Wow.
Yeah. You only have to go 3 times the whole semester. Like I did that during my during the fall semester. It was easy. We only went 3 times and it was done.
You did sailing too?
Yeah.
And I was told only karate.
It costs extra though to do the class. It's not a standard price. You pay a little bit more.
Oh.
KJ looked a little confused.
No.
I did.
That was
I
the
guess
Marc
they changed it. I guess they changed it when I took
Mark,
it.
they charged you, man.
They didn't charge me.
And you get a 1-year free membership to the waterfront center.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's probably what they, because I didn't have that. That's probably what they made you pay for.
Free. I'm doing the free air quotes. But
they trapped you.
Do they also sell you that bridge membership? Call here on Sports Talk. Hello.
This is Richie from Charlie.
Hey, Richie from Charlie. How you doing?
Hey, how's your mom doing? She okay?
She's at that stage where it could go either way. Hoping for the best but expecting the worst. But there's a department called palliative group you have to meet with. I met with them today. They came to see me. So that's where you talk about making comfortable, end-of-life kind of stuff. So we're hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst. Yeah. Thanks for asking, though, Rich.
No problem. Anyway, I went to a Red Lobster yesterday. Okay?
Did you get the biscuits? We used to have a guy here, Joe Chin. In fact, he passed away way before his time, about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And we have a studio named after him, Studio Chin, actually. And he used to always talk about the Red Lobster biscuits all the time.
You know they actually have Red Lobster biscuit lipstick now?
Do they really?
Yeah.
And
chapstick.
I don't eat seafood, so I've never been to a Red Lobster in my life.
I don't eat seafood
but
either.
I love
but,
biscuits.
Oh my God.
I like the Ruby Tuesday biscuits. So
Can I tell you what I found out today?
You got to find one. Big one in Deer Park, actually.
Lucky Charms is about to make every kid happy. They've decided to do a all marshmallow cereal.
No, it's already there. My son eats it.
Oh, he got it.
Where have you been
late.
at?
I'm late.
Yeah, not only
I just saw it online.
And Captain Crunch does all berries as well. You can do that
see?
as well.
Oh no, I saw the berries.
No, I'm saying, I get why you're a Knicks fan now. Just like Phil Jackson, always late to the party.
You know what's funny? You're about to be in the same spot where me and Marc is in. Your team home, so don't worry about that.
But
we have a bright future.
You know what's funny though, Chris? You can't believe the prices when you go out these days. It's crazy.
Oh. No, well, because all of a sudden it became the same way colleges did. You have to raise your price to get people to salute you. Oh, they're not a good college. They only charge X. We got to charge Y. And the same thing. They're not a good restaurant. We got to charge. Like it used to be that diners were known for being a place where senior citizens would go eat because you eat from soup to nuts for a small price. Now you go to a diner, you're mortgaging your house. The diner prices are unbelievable. And it's wow. It's like why don't I go to and I always say that because there are fine, quote unquote, fine restaurants out there where the prices are the same at Houlihan's, at TGI Fridays, at diners. It's like, then why don't you just go to that fine restaurant? Yeah, go to that fine Well, Miller's Ale House is interesting because they still charge, they still have like a Florida menu, so their prices are still like based in Florida instead of they haven't done the Long Island, New York uptick yet. But you can come up here and just the restaurants are so expensive. It's like, well, why don't I go to an unnamed top restaurant and pay the same amount of money? $23.99, I'll go there.
Go to a local bar. Last Friday, I went to a place in Massapequa Park.
No.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, you were in my backyard.
Yeah.
Were you in my backyard? Was that you?
This place called The Good Life.
I know it.
They were fairly priced.
I almost ate dinner there tonight, actually.
Oh, nice.
But I had to go with.
Did you ever hear of a place in Long Island called Tellers?
Yes.
Tellers is the old bank. Yeah, it's owned by the Lessings family.
Yes.
Yeah.
But their food is really good there.
The Good Life. That's where when for the fifth or sixth straight year, where I'm the MC, the host of the Village Massapequa Park's menorah Christmas tree lighting. We always go to Good Life right afterwards for dinner. Yeah. And this year the tree was lit by the owner of the Good Life, actually. So, yep.
Good local places. Rather go to the local places than.
Yep.
That made no sense.
That's what I do. Because Saturday.
You better take a loan before you go to these places. Right?
Oh, it's like $23.99.
Take out a reverse mortgage.
Oh,
I knew there was some tension between
I saw today. Usually the reverse mortgage commercials are done by actors who were big in the insert decade here, 70s, 80s, 90s. So William Devane's doing them. Other people were doing them. Now I see today doing them. Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
I'm like, Tom Selleck's got a top 10 show, Blue Bloods. Why is Tom Selleck doing reverse mortgage commercials?
I was actually poking fun at Curtis Lewa.
Oh.
He says when you pay for parking in Manhattan, you got to take out a reverse mortgage.
It's ridiculous. Thing too is, what do you think about Walt Frazier being at the what do you call it?
Well, they're trying to make the lottery selection thing be telegenic, be good for television or whatever. Because did the Sixers have? Joel Embiid? He was there, right? So everyone's putting a representative. Who did the Celtics have?
With Grossbeck.
Why did they have him? Him?
Because he's a co-owner, and it was his first time. They feel like everyone else that's been part of the organization has been there, and they haven't had the luck of getting the number one pick. So it's like, you know what? Let's try him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
I don't know why these people all getting all stressed up about. Even if they have the number 1 pick, they still got to get a decent player.
Well, it's the Knicks we're talking about here. That's why we have to have that caveat. I don't know if they're going to get a decent player, but they are. Well, I believe, and I think I'm right on this. They got Porzingis at 8, didn't they?
I think 4.
That's 4.
Oh, all right.
Which
is twice 4, so they got him at 8.
I was one of those people booing too when they picked him. I wanted the guy who went to the Heat, Winslow. Justin Winslow. That's what I was rooting for, but I'm happy the way it turned out.
Who were they saying could go to the Knicks at 8? Who were they speculating could go to the Knicks at 8?
Does it matter?
It doesn't.
Well, you know what does matter?
You know what, Christoph?
You guys have a 28th pick in the draft.
It matters because the NBA
we got another pick too.
The NBA needs a good Knicks team. It's the reason why they froze the envelope when Patrick Ewing was selected. The NBA needs a good Knicks team. If you don't have a good Knicks team, it's not good for the league.
Yeah, the Lakers,
you know what?
Lakers like 2 years away from being good.
Guaranteed, Porzingis is going to leave in 2 years. He's gone.
Say that.
Well, but the problem is, the NBA has the Larry Bird rule, which is where you can re-sign with your own team for whatever you want, name your price, kind of thing. Yeah. So Porzingis can only make the kind of money by being a Knick. So and where else is he going to go? I mean, he can go somewhere and win, but to be doing commercials, to be doing whatever, all the little perks that come with being a successful player in New York.
And he's really about to be the face of the Knicks now.
That's right.
So,
that's right.
So he can leave in 2 years.
And when you think about the face of the, let's think about the face of the Knicks. If Walt Clyde Frazier is your face of your Knicks, the man's 70 years old. So Patrick Ewing can't be the face of the Knicks anymore because that just petered out. He never won a championship, and now he's going to be the coach of Georgetown, so he'll have a whole other thing going on. So the Knicks need a face.
They should have got
It could have been Carmelo Anthony, but now, and the funny thing about Carmelo Anthony, he now holds the cards. I mean, he's the guy who, you want me to trade it? Sorry, I don't want to be traded. What are you going to do? Just pay me.
Would Allen Houston or John Starks be too small? I mean, too small.
They became Mr. Knicks because they're both paid, still employed by the Knicks, by the Dolans. So whenever you have an event, those two guys show up. They represent the Knicks, But now, because it's become funny to say, John Starks now is known for one thing. 2 for 17 or whatever? What's the number that he was? Yeah. And in fact, I just saw a story the other day where they were talking about the envelope being frozen to make sure that the Patrick Ewing the Knicks got the number one back in 1985 because the NBA wanted the Knicks to win. In the end, Patrick Ewing never won anything, and I love everyone always said there's different things. There was a bend on the envelope, so David Stern knew to pick that envelope, or it was frozen in ice, so he knew the cold one was the one to take. Which is always the theory, I believe. But because people who are in the know that I trust said that. But the story, the last line they always say is, however, a frozen envelope didn't cause John Starks to go 2 for 17. Because in the end, that I always blame it on Charles Smith not dunking. The man is 6'10" and went for 3 layups. It's like, dunk the ball. You're 6'10", and now he's the head of the union. I'm like, dunk the ball. But that's true. The Ewing played the same time as Michael Jordan. That's what happened with
Hakeem.
And that's but except for those 2 years, Patrick Ewing played for the same time as the ascension of Michael Jordan. Then Jordan leaves the game for 2 years, and it's Hakeem Olajuwon, right? I mean, that's who it was. So,
do you think they're going to keep the coaches for next year?
Hornacek?
Yeah, did they going to keep him or did they get rid of him?
They could let him start the year, and then they'll get rid of him, kind of thing.
Let's not forget though, Jordan leaves again, and then Knicks make the finals, and then Patrick Ewing is hurt.
Yeah.
Just Nick coach, man. Every time you see him on TV, looks like he's going to have a heart attack, this guy.
Well, because he's also saying, what have I done? What have I done? I didn't have. He could have been a coach anywhere, first-year coach. Jeff Hornacek is loved in the game. He was a walk-on at Iowa State. He was Cyclones. The guy with Karl Malone and John Stockton. He was a gym rat. He was a knowledgeable guy. He could have had a nice career coaching anybody. Instead, he takes the Knicks job, which is a first job. Do you really want that job?
It was with the Suns.
Why did Mike Woodson even leave?
The head
Suns?
Coach?
Yeah.
He got fired.
Yeah.
He was the Suns coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dolan didn't like him.
But now look at the recreation of the career of Mike D'Antoni. Mike D'Antoni smells like a rose now.
Same thing. It's high offense.
Yeah, he did
3-point.
And they're saying that's what they're saying. It's like D'Antoni has revolutionized basketball. It's like really,
he was just doing it before everybody else.
And Melo couldn't do what James Harden is doing. He's not that type of player.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe that's where they kind of, they bumped heads a little bit.
Why is Kurt Rambis on as assistant coach? Why is he there for?
He's the spy for Jordan, for Jackson. Now hold on one second, because I'm going to do our on-air legal ID.
The Yankees win 27 world titles.
Johan Santana throws the first Mets no-hitter.
David Tyree makes a catch for the ages.
Willis Reed walks out onto the garden floor.
For more great sports moments like these, be sure to tune in to all of our fantastic sports shows.
From the Press Box with Rob and Tim Leonard, Monday mornings at 10.
The Home Stretch with Anthony Tardamella and the WHPC sports staff, Tuesday evenings at 9.
Sports Talk with Chris Muldoon and the WHPC sports staff, Thursday evenings at 9.
And Beyond the Game with Jacob Valk, Brandon Johnson, and the WHPC sports staff, Friday afternoons at 3.
All of these excellent shows and more more are on the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
WHPC HD.
Garden City.
You're tuned into Long Island's only FM sports voice. This is Sports Talk on 90.3 WH.